Hello everyone. Hello. Okay. Welcome to our first day of the March project, Back to Basics. So today is about stretching it out. This is the name of day one. So just waiting for more people to join. But for now, let's get started. So you can start on your mat, taking just a comfortable seated position. Hello. So it's going to be a simple practice today, just for 10-15 minutes to get you started. So if you're a beginner, welcome. If not, also welcome. And it's going to be a simple practice just to stretch out your body. So you can, if you're running out of time, you can just practice it or start a few stretches once you wake up or just before you go to bed, anytime. So we're going to start slow and easy this month. I'm going to be either live streaming or posting videos of a short yoga practice every day through the month of March. So I see a few people online, so let's just get started. You can sit down on your mat. If you have a block or a book or something, or even a folded blanket, you can start sitting on it if that feels comfortable. So do whatever feels comfortable for you. So just to keep your hips a little bit higher than your knees. And let's start today by bringing the left heel inside, or left leg inside, and the right leg in front of it. And start by trying to keep your knees a little bit lower. You don't have to touch all the way, just as long as they're just soft and relaxed. Relax the shoulders. We tend to just hold a lot of tension on our shoulders. So if you can, just relax your shoulders. You can roll your shoulders a little bit back and bring your hands on your thighs to just help keep your back straight. Close your eyes if you wish, and we're just gonna start by a few breaths here to just settle in, just bringing awareness to our breath. So the whole idea of this March project or yoga challenge, whatever you want to call it, I just call it an invitation to practice yoga, probably a challenge to myself, is just to bring awareness to your body and bring awareness to your breath. We hold a lot of energy in our breath, and it really helps us through tough times. So if you can let your breath guide your movements, at least through this practice or through this month, you will see some benefits. So just start bringing awareness to your breath. And you're going to start first inhaling through your nose and try to exhale through your nose. But for the first couple of breaths, just take a breath naturally, breathing in through the nose. And if you want to breathe out through the mouth, go for it. So breathe in and breathe out. And just relax. Take a couple of more breaths like that. And let it all out. One more breath. And let it all out. Good. Now start breathing from your nose, inhaling through the nose and exhaling also through the nose. And if you're finding yourself now, a bit moving too much or rounding your back, just bring the awareness to your body again and just roll the shoulders back, relax the shoulders, relax your neck, relax the hands on your thighs, and just try to keep that back nice and long and straight. And just breathe in for just 5 deep breaths. But try to be mindful, and just as you're breathing in through the nose, just notice how your breath moves or travels through the nostrils, how your lungs expands, how your belly actually expands. And then as you breathe out, how everything just relax, it releases, release all tensions. So just continue to take a few breaths here, just focusing on your breathing. It will help calm you down, set you off for the day. One more breath. Breathe in deeply and breathe out, release. Take one breath again if you wish. And breathe out. Good. So by now I hope you just relaxed a little bit and ready. So remove the block if you're sitting on top of one. And keep your leg with the left heel or left leg inside, right leg to the front. And we'll just start by taking a few stretches here. So you're going to start by inhaling, lifting both hands all the way up to the sky. Bring the fingers to touch, bring the palms to touch, and bring the palms in front of your heart. In Namaste or Anjali Mudra. And just a couple of times here, inhale, lift your hands, stretch your hands really all the way up to the sky or the ceiling. And you can look up if you wish, but just don't strain your neck. You just start really just gazing up here with your eyes. Bring your fingers and palm to touch. And as you exhale, bring the palm in front of your heart. One more time, inhale, stretch your hands all the way up. Bring the fingers and the palm to touch and bring it down as you exhale, as you breathe out. Good. Now bring your hands all the way up. Interlace your hands together and bring the palms up towards the sky. And we're just going to take some few side stretches here. So just sit, tall. Notice if your knees are coming a little bit away from the mat. Just try to bring the awareness to your body, how it moves, and just try to stay grounded here. So you're going to stretch your hands all the way up, and from here you're going to lean towards the right side, just a side stretch here. And I'm noticing now that my left knee just trying to come out of the mat, and I'm just bringing awareness to bring it down on the mat. And try to also open your chest here towards the ceiling. So we tend to just round ourselves a little bit. So just try to find that long spine. And look to your side. Breathe and smile. And just enjoy that stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to center. I'm going to switch to the left side. So go to the left side here. Feel that stretch on the right side. And again, open the chest towards the ceiling and breathe and stretch your hands. Good. Inhale, come back to center, release the hands next to you and bring your right hand on the mat. Inhale, lift the left hand all the way up and exhale, side stretch to the right side again. And again, try to open that chest. Make sure that this knee, the left knee, is still sitting grounded on the mat. And just breathe here, a couple of breaths. So you're going to feel that stretch in the left side. You can look, next to you here. You can look up if you want, but if you're feeling a little bit of a strain in your neck, then just try to avoid it really. And just look to your side. I know in yoga, we all the time just looking up, but the more that you practice, the more that it can cause a lot of tension in your neck. So be mindful, be kind to yourself. One more breath here. And inhale, come back to center. I'm going to switch. So left hand next to you, inhale, right hand up. And as you exhale, side stretch to the left side here. Opening the chest towards the ceiling. Look in front of you or to your side. Close your eyes or keep it just gazing softly in front of you and breathe. Inhale, come back to center. And now we're going to bring your left hand in front of you or on your right knee, placing the right hand behind you to just support your body. So your right hand is just right behind your back here to make sure that you're not collapsing or rounding your back. Again, try to soften or just relax the shoulders. So wherever you are, if this is a bit too much for your back, just bring the left hand in front of you. So as you inhale, try to keep the back straight, and as you exhale, just twist to your right side here. And just look to your side. Just a way to mobilize or just waking up your back and the spine. Twists are really good if you're having any lower back tension, but at the same time, just be mindful. You don't want to cause a lot of twists and just cause more tension. So this, and as you twist, try your twisting with your chest and torso here. And if this feels good, just stay where you feel comfortable. And just breathe in and out. Remember, we're just back to basics, and today is just all about stretching. And just really 10 minutes, just waking up the body and just working from the foundations up. So if you're finding yourself just want to move to the next pose, just try to just breathe in and stay with me. We have 30 days of this. It's a whole month of March. So a lot of movement is going to come on. One more breath here. And come back to center. We're going to switch. So bring your right hand in front of you or on the left knee, whatever is feeling comfortable, whatever you feel today. So I'm bringing the left hand behind my back here, and as you inhale, lift your spine, straighten your back, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left side, and just look to your left. Take 3 deep breaths here, just feeling that twist, keeping the spine straight, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the knees grounded. Just noticing also how your body moves with every movement, how your breath can help you relax. And take one more breath. Now inhale, come back to center here. And now you're keeping the right leg in front of you. So you're going to bring your hands all the way up and fold, or bring the hands in front of you. So we'll try to fold over, but then again, now you're gonna fold, try to fold from the hips. You don't wanna, we want to avoid just rounding your back like this, so you don't create any tension in the back. So keep the back straight, long. Place your hands in front of you first. And from here, if you can, just walk the hands a little bit to the front. You may notice that your hips are coming a little bit away from the mat, so just make sure that those hips are grounded. So just move the hips a little bit back to make sure they're grounded before you move your hand. And if you're here, you can stretch, you can move your hands as if as you wish, in front of you a little bit to the sides, and just folding over. So keep your neck with the same line as your back. You're just looking in front of you. You're not dangling your head, and you're not looking up, so you're causing tension in your neck. So just try to think how your body positions. So if this feels good, if you're here and that feels good and you're feeling that stretch, really after a stretch, you're going to feel a stretch in the right glute here. So if you're feeling that stretch, you're feeling the stretch in your shoulders, that's great. Just stay here. Take a couple of breaths. If you can fold all the way, bringing the elbows down, and you want to fold all the way, just go for it, whatever feels comfortable. Just make sure again that the hips are not, you're not moving forward and the hips are in the air. Just make sure you're grounded and just stay here. Take a few breaths. And one more breath here. Now you can move your hands, so move your hand to the right side. And take 2 breaths here as well. Now come back to center and move to the left side. One more breath, keep breathing. And then come back to center and walk your hands all the way up. I'm going to switch with our legs now. So now bring the right leg inside, left leg to the front. Sit back, tall first. Relax the shoulders, make sure the knees are grounded, just foundation first, check everything. And inhale, bring the hands all the way up. And as you exhale, again, fold forward from the hips, bringing the chest closer to your legs if you can. If not, just stay here. That's absolutely fine. Stretch the hands in front of you. Stay here first, actually, and just take a couple of breaths. See how you feel. Now you're gonna probably feeling the stretch in the left glute here, so that's good. That's what we're after. Again, think about the neck, think about the shoulders. If you can, bring the elbows down, then go for it. If you're not really there, and just bring the chest a little bit closer to the ground or the mat or your feet if you can. Or just stretch your hands in front of you. I'm going to take an angle here and just look a little bit down. Again, make sure my hips are trying to move a little bit away from the mat. I'm making sure that my hips are still grounded on the mat. Knees down, and just take 3 breaths here as you just enjoy that stretch. And breathing in and out. One more breath here. And then again, we're going to walk your hands to the left side first. Keep your hand straight. Make sure that your hips are still on the mat. Come up a little bit if you need to. And then walk your hands to the front and go to the right side. And just keep breathing, keep smiling. Good. Now move to the middle and walk yourself back. Now we're gonna switch, or we're gonna move to tabletop, so all fours. So I will invite you, if you have a blanket, a small folded blanket, or a towel or anything, just to bend your knees. Just try to do that, because you don't want to cause any, and a lot of us really have like issues in the knees because possibly just tight lower back mobility in the hips, or just tight leg muscles. So bend your knees. If you don't have any blanket or towel, just you can roll your mat, just roll it a couple of times, and it will help protect the knees. So after we do this, you're gonna place your knees, they're gonna hip width apart. So just think about 2 fists in between both knees. So that's as wide. Bringing the feet just parallel to each other, straight line. So again, work from the foundations. So you're gonna come here, and then you're gonna go to tabletop. And in tabletop, you wanna make sure that your wrist is underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath the hips. So you're just like a table. And from here, you're gonna take a couple of stretches, cat-cow stretches. And in cat-cow, you're gonna be, as you inhale, you lift your head, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, and try to really move that spine in segments rather than in just one block in and out. You just be mindful and think about moving as much as you can every part in the spine. So we'll start first. Inhale, lift your head, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back all the way until the tailbone as you arch your back. And as you exhale, you're going to round, starting from the tailbone first, round all the way the back, the head, bringing your chin closer to your chest. And one more time. I'm going to take a couple of more times. So as you inhale, lift head, chest, roll shoulders back, move through the spine until you arch your back and tailbone. And as you exhale, you're going to round from the tailbone all the way through as you really push the mat away. So you're exaggerating your movements here, bringing your chin closer to your chest. And one more time. Inhale, lift, arch the back. And you can look up here. Just feel that stretch, exaggerate it a little bit. And as you exhale, you're going to round the back all the way, pushing the mat away here, bringing the chin closer to your chest. Good, and now come back to center. And from here, stay here. Again, see it where your knees are, feet are next to each other, one line. Now bring the elbows a little bit down. So bring the elbows down and hands are parallel or just in two lines here. And now you can adjust your knees. You can bring the knees a little bit back or move your hands a little bit to the front. Move your hands, move the knees. Make sure still the knees are underneath the hips if you can. And from here you're going to bring the chest. Stretch your hands and bring the chest down. Melting heart pose or just puppy. So think of that puppy that comes, as you want to play. So if you want to bring your head down, bring the head down, or just bring the chest down and stretch. So that could be a little bit too much for your shoulders, so try to adjust yourself as you see fit. Again, do what's comfortable for you. So stretch your hands and bring the chest closer to the mat and hips, all the way up to the sky. So you're going to feel that stretch in the shoulders. And just take 3 breaths here. So if you have tight shoulders, you're going to really feel that stretch, which I'm feeling now. So that is not a bad thing. You do need to stretch, every day actually if we can, because we tend to sit longer than we should. So take one more breath here. And now come back mindfully. If you're having a bit of issue in your wrist, just roll the wrist here, because we tend to use the wrist too much like this and we really don't have a chance to do it the other side. So as long as we're here, just go back and don't put a lot of weight in your wrist, but you're going to bring the palms up and we just try to do that and don't put a lot of weight. So you can bend your elbows here and just try to massage the back of the wrist. So just very, very simple, very, very light movements here for your wrists, just to stretch it, because we're going to do one more pose that we need to do this way, so don't want you to feel like, oh, my wrists are really hurting today. After that yoga session on Instagram. So just roll your wrists. You can interlace your fingers and just roll both hands to one side, to the other. Shake your hands and let's go back. So again, tabletop, knees underneath your hips. There's a space of 2 fists between your knees and your back to being a table, so wrists underneath your shoulders. And from here you're gonna tuck the toes and really push yourself up, bring the hips also, knees away from the mat and hips all the way up to the ceiling in downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, you can adjust, see what comfortable for you, because our bodies are different and Every day you feel different. So adjust your hands. If you want to, just make sure you're spreading your fingers, really gripping the mat here, and think of yourself as a V shape. That's what downward dog is. So keeping the spine really straight, keeping your shoulders away from the ears, and just really pushing that mat away. So really, really think. We're really after straight back. So you can see behind you here, so keep your head in the same line as your back. And I'm going to pedal your feet, so you're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left, bend the left, straighten the right, and just take a few movements here. And shake your hands or move, not your hands, your head, shake it yes or no. Move the hips a little bit if you need to. And just before you come to stillness here, just stretch the back. Now if your heels are not coming down all the way to the mat, absolutely fine. You can even bend the knees a little bit as you're really pushing the mat away and just keeping that back straight. And take one more breath. Good. Now bring the knees down to the mat as wide as the mat. So as wide here, and bringing the big toes to touch. Now bring the hips all the way down to your heels. That's child pose. Stretch your hands in front of you so you can really feel again the stretch in the shoulders. Bringing your head down on the mat. Just bring the hips down to your heels. This is a resting pose as well, so at any point of time through the practice this month, if you felt a little bit overwhelmed, you just want that rest, just take child pose. Or if you're stressed out through the day, go take a child pose. It really helps. So you can keep the hands in front of you or to your sides. You just place it under your head, wherever feels comfortable. And just take 3 breaths here. One more breath. Now bring yourself up with the help of your hand. Come back to seated. And just cross-legged or whatever feels comfortable. And just take a few breaths here. I know that is longer than 10 minutes, but I hope that you enjoyed this short yoga practice. So at your own pace and your own time, so you can continue in child pose or just continue with the stretches. If you're ready to start your day, just sit here, roll the shoulders back, hands on your knees, just take a breath here, inhale deeply, and exhale, let it all out. Bring palms to touch, and namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice today. This is day 1, really very simple. I'll post a video on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel for you to see later if you want to practice it, and I hope I see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely day, stay healthy and stay safe.